good assistant. Now, we shall move to another subject, literary reader. Episode 6, Adventures in Japan. Okay, before going to Adventures in Japan, can you tell me something about episode 5? What happened in episode 5? A kind of recall, revision. In episode 5, yes?
Passepartout and transport and Băghda arrived in Hong Kong and
Yes.
transport went to find Audis uncle, but he found out that he is in Europe now, and he told Passepartout to go to the port
Yes.
and buy some tickets from there.
Yes.
But Mr. Figgis keep Passepartout talking, and he don't let him go, and
He missed?
the ship.
Yes, exactly. What was the name of the ship? No. In Hong Kong. Mongolia or? Rangoon, yes, was the name of the ship. Now, in episode 6, we have Adventures in Japan. Passepartout arrived in Yokohama on the board of the ship Carnatic on the day 13th November. Okay? Now, when he arrived in Yokohama, he had no money. Passepartout had no money, and he felt very angry. He was walking on the street. He decided to find a kind of job to make some money. Now, what did he see? Passepartout saw a clown. You know the clown? Muharrij, yes. A person who wears funny clothes to make people, make comic situations to make people laugh. Now, the clown was wearing funny clothes and he was dancing in the street. Passepartout followed the clown to the theater. It was something like circus because the paints were very colorful. Now, the theater or the circus were full of clowns and acrobats. Acrobats, what do you mean by acrobats? Biani, yes. Now, in the circus, Passepartout met the boss of the circus. Boss?
Master.
Yes, master of the circus. And he asked the master to give him a job. Why? Because Passepartout, in the past, he used to be an acrobat. He was, in the past, an acrobat. Now, the master of the theater gave Passepartout some colorful, old-fashioned clothes. Colorful, old-fashioned clothes. Now, in the afternoon, when the circus starts, Passepartout had to stand still without making any movement, and some clowns, some acrobats, climbed on him, climbed his shoulder, his head. They were making a kind of, what do we call it? It was like a balance terazu. Yes, he had not to move. he didn't have to move because other acrobats were climbing on him. مثل أول where he had to make no movement, where he جولاري. Now suddenly, while he was watching or he was looking at the audiences, he served yes, Phileas and order. Now he forgot that he was in the middle of the circle. He made a movement. What happened? Yes, the clowns, all of them, fell down on the ground, and the people became angry. They became angry because Pasparot had spoiled the show. He made a movement, and other acrobats who were climbing on him, they all fell down on the ground, and people became angry with Pasparot. And of course, the master of the circus also became angry with Pasparot. Now, what did Mr. Fogg do? Yes, please? Yes. Mr. Fogg offered some money to the master of the circus. We call this when he gave the master of the circus some money instead of the mistake that Pasparot had made. Yes? Compensation. To the master of the ship. Now, the three. What do you mean by the three? Pasparot, Phileas Fogg, and order. They both went to the port. What did we have in the port? Yes? Any one of you? As the port, we saw Mr. Fix on the board of the ship. Yes. On the board of the ship. What was the name of that ship? Yes? General Grant. Can you describe General Grant to me? Can you tell me something about General Grant?
It's the fastest ship in the world.
The fastest ship in the world. The three decided to leave Yokohama on the board of the General Grant back to America. Now, on the board of General Grant, they met Mr. Fix. What happened between Mr. Fix and Phileas Fogg? Okay. Pasparot attacked Mr. Fix. There was a kind of fight, quarrel between Mr. Fix and Pasparot. Why? Because Mr. Fix made Pasparot miss the ship to Yokohama. Now, but what did Mr. Fix tell Pasparot? He told him a secret, a very dangerous secret. What was that secret? Yes?
That he has got arrest papers.
Arrest paper. To arrest whom?
Mr. Fogg.
Mr. Fogg, yes. But why didn't he arrest him? He didn't arrest him. Why? Yes? Yes, they were not on a British colony. مستعمرة شوينك دايجيكا. It was not a British colony, but a شوينك دايجيكا بسبب بريطانيا. Now, both of them, Mr. Fix and Pasparot, decided or agreed on something. The Sashkir record. What was that thing? The Sashkir record. Yes?
Pasparot decided he protected the
Secret.
secret.
What was that secret? Okay, thank you. She said that Pasparot decided to protect, to keep the secret. What was that secret? What was that secret? They both decided to do what? Mr. Fix and Pasparot. Yes, please?
Mr. Fix need to help Pasparot. Mr. Fogg arrived to London.
As soon as possible. Yes, here's the point. Both Pasparot and Mr. Fix, they both wanted to to reach London as soon as possible, to arrive in London as soon as possible. And it's all about London. We have a kind of competition, a bet, here, around the world in 80 days. They wanted to reach, to get in London as soon as possible. And it's all about therefore, they decided to keep that secret between them. Till they would get to London, London, where in London, Mr. Fix could arrest Phileas Fogg. Now, from Yokohama to San Francisco, how many days we need to get San Francisco from Yokohama? Yes? 21 days. And the three, as we said, passport, Phileas Fogg, Oda, and Mr. Fix, they left Yokohama on the board of General Grant, and they got San Francisco. Is that clear? Yes. Now, we have another activity concerning the Twitter reader. We call it information gap. So, on this paper, you have the whole episode, but somewhere we have some gaps. You need to fill these gaps with information that we have mentioned, okay? And it would be something like competition between you. The first who finishes it will be the first winner. Please hurry up. Yes? What do you want? Nothing. You can ask me. You want me to help you? No? Okay, I'm not going to help you. finished? Okay. Have you finished? No. May I help you? Finished? Yes? Okay, good. Have you finished? Okay. Now, I'm going to read it, and you are going to give me information which fills the gap. The adventures in Japan. On the first gap. Yes? On the November. Thank you. Thank you. Passport arrived in Yokohama on the boat of, yes? Yes, Carnatic. He had no money and he felt hungry. Thank you. The next morning, he saw a clown who was wearing funny clothes. Okay. And he was wearing funny clothes and, yes, dancing in the street. He followed the clown to a theater. It was sort of circus and full of, yes, acrobats. Thank you. He found the dash, yes, the master, thank you, of the group, who gave Passport what? Group E, you are very silent. Yes. All fashion clothes. Thank you very much. When the search started, Passport had to stand still while other acrobats climbed up and stood on him. Suddenly, he saw. Yes? Yes. He saw Mr. Fogg and others. He moved and the acrobats fell down, thank you very much, on the ground, which made the people in the circus very angry. Mr. Fogg offered to pay the master some money, and the three went to the fort. They got in the general grant, which was the fastest ship in the world. It usually took no more than
21 days.
Thank you, 21 days from Yokohama to America. On the ship, Passport saw Mr. Fix, who told him that he had got the arrest paper to arrest Mr. Fogg. They decided to keep quiet till they would get to England, thank you very much, because they both wanted to arrive and to keep it, because they both wanted to arrive there as soon as possible and to keep it secret, yes. 11 days later, they arrived safely in San Francisco. And that's all for today. Thank you very much. I was pleased to be with you for some days. Thank you very much, my dear students.